our gathering today is because we have a collective interest for the betterment of AUCC at heart. Ladies and gentlemen, before I proceed with my policy proposals, let me state emphatically that this race of who become the SRC president is not a battle between men. Neither is it of the morning, weekend, and evening school, but rather it is a battle of ideas and vision for who is very competent, responsible, and above all, who is most dedicated to the heckling of tasks ahead. Fellow students, it is this common aspiration to reposition and redefine the SRC that motivates me to contest the SRC presidency. A position which requires personality that are vibrant, affable, eloquent, presentable, intelligent, creative, proactive, and dynamic. One who is ready to serve, learn at the feet of learned men, and above all, an orator so assertive to speak up at all times as the voice of the student body. Fellow students, the preamble of the sacred and living SRC Constitution talks about how, as students of AUCC, we have recognized the need to articulate our views, seek our welfare, organize and coordinate our activities, liaise with administration of the school, and also promote our general well-being. But I believe, in all honesty, that despite this clear preamble, our SRC today will have a lot. Our SRC today still has a lot to do to realize this. Sometimes I ask myself, is this the best way we can promote our general welfare? Again, I ask, if this is the best way we can organize and coordinate our activities as a communication and business school, then, again, I ask, is this the best way we can market this noble university to the outside world? I believe your guess is as good as mine. Madam Chairperson, it is therefore the immediate departure from today's SRC and answers of this question that I call for a paradigm shift from all these and propose what I term the enough is enough agenda. As intelligent and wonderful students, this could be a probable question. What is the enough is enough agenda for? The agenda enough is enough will, among others, seek 1. To build an enviable reputation for student leadership as an independent group of people with solutions and innovations. 2. Explore alternative source of funding the SRC and its activities instead of reliance on the dues. This will make the council more effective and truly independent. 3. Strengthen further relationship with the National Union of Ghana Student Youths and Ghana Union of Professional Students, GAPS, and other union and council internally and externally. 4. Make the welfare of each and every student paramount on our agenda. 5. Come up with enviable projects such as the one student, one laptop, get an infirmary, restore our restrooms, hostel renovation, and emergency exit, etc. 6. Organize programs that will empower and challenge women to be proactive in this competitive world. 7. Come up with well-planned entertainment package which are aimed at developing talent to make a positive impact. 8. Fight hard for the sovereignty of the Student Representative Council. 9. Make transparency central to our activities on campus. 10. Build an all-inclusive student body. 11. Push for Congress to legitimize a policy which will enable successive administration to groom the fund always set up so that the council will own its own bus. 12. Improved and enhanced ways of communication. 13. Together with administration, come up with a very serene and conducive climate for studies. These and other suggestions from you will help make the SRC more vibrant. At this juncture, I would like to call and introduce to you my able Vice President, Pastor Andrew Yasikan Ajay. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not just goals. These are SMART goals. SMART in the sense that they are specific, they are measurable, attainable, reliable, and time-bound. We don't have time at our disposal to waste our energies on unachievable goals. So we need realistic goals in the shortest possible time. But we are not finished. The journey isn't complete. The march isn't over. The promise isn't perfect. Today we are setting out again, and together we are going to write the next great chapter of SRC history. We have it in our power to make sure we succeed in this bid. Napoleon Bonaparte once said, and I quote, "A leader is a dealer in hope." When I think of inspirational leaders, I can honestly say that Napoleon was right. Leadership appears to be the art of getting others to want to do something you are convinced should be done. Fellow students, at this point, at every point in the history of mankind, it takes for a courageous few to ask, what if? In 2001, someone asked, if we establish a journalism and communication university and name it AUCC, today, though it has its fair share of challenges, we are enjoying the fruit of this harvest. Years back, someone asked, what if we found a student movement that would be the official mouthpiece of students in this great university? Today, though not fully independent, we are enjoying the huge benefit of the SRC. In this our time, we can ask, what if we make Livingstone Ocloo the next SRC president? What if the SRC will do away with rhetorics? In this our time, we can ask, what if we make Livingstone Ocloo the next SRC president? What if the SRC will do away with rhetorics and for once be proactive and have pragmatic solutions to the plight of students by discharging their duties? Fellow students, these are not just questions, but rather the situation we find ourselves as students of the African University College of Communications. However, the victory begins from here. Our collective destiny lies in our hands. Let's make the best decision today so that we can emerge from the dungeon. It's time for leadership, because I, Livingstone Ocloo, is ready to work my hands out, and may we take inspiration from this remark from the 36th President of the United States, Lyndon B. Johnson. Yesterday is not ours, but today is ours to win or to lose. God help us. Madam Chairperson, it is on this note I want to inform you that I have a dream deeply rooted in the dreams of the founding leaders of the SRC. This institution and each and every student here present ask you to let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable unto thy sight. Finally, I believe I have been able to convince you beyond reasonable doubt, and that all will join me in the crusade of heralding the trumpet, that yes, indeed, enough is enough, and it's time for leadership. Vote Livingstone Ocloo as the next SRC president. Long live AUCC. Long live the SRC. Long live Mother Ghana. Thank you and God bless you, sir. Enough is enough. Thank you.
Mr. Livingstone. Hello. Mr. Livingstone Ocloo. You mentioned the issue of one student, one laptop. It caught my attention. And having made that promise or pronouncement, I felt I should come back to AUCC as a student. But the question here is, how realistic is that? And how far have we worked towards bringing this promise out?
We are not here for returns. Neither are we here to waste time and energy on things we can't achieve. The one student, one laptop. It has been in the system. You can check from GIG. The current SRC president, Emmanuel Kuma, you can check from him. I initiated that project with him on GIG campus, and every student is having one student, one laptop. And if I am the originator of that project at another institution, I believe this is an achievable goal. Thank you.
Mr. Livingstone Ocloo, in your submissions, you said you are originator. In fact, you are the bedrock to the successful implementation of one student, one laptop. What measures did you use in assisting GIG current SRC President Emmanuel Kuma in ensuring that every student in GIG campus got a laptop in order to enhance and facilitate teaching and learning? Or how are you going to do that in AUCC? That is the practical steps I want to do.
And the Rockefeller Foundation in the US, I don't know if you know of Rockefeller Foundation. They are into ICT training, and then I have an ICT center at Hima, sponsored by the Rockefeller Foundation, that is teaching free ICT training because the world is a global world now, and then we need to be equipped technologically. I have already done advanced discussion in regards to this project. I really wanted to discuss it with the current SRC president, but I realized I am aiming for such a position, so it will be best to change the face of AUCC, redefine it, and then help the level 400 especially, who have difficulties doing their research and project works. And then here is the deal. The one student, one laptop is free, but not free as in free. Every student is required to pay just 500 currencies. And then this is the breakdown. This is the breakdown. You pay 200 currencies. We provide you the laptop. You have a full semester to pay the remaining 300. And the laptop we are providing is the HP i3 laptop. Yes. And then the good thing about this project is that my vice is an IT lecturer at the IPMC, and he is also ready and willing to provide software to students who avail themselves for that project. And then let me assure the student body, this project, if I don't achieve it when I come to power, I will resign myself.
Except to say that with the kind of ideas you are espousing, I have my own reservations, but with the kind of ideas you are espousing, should you lose this election, will you be willing to support the winning candidate or the winning team to implement this idea, since it is going to be for the betterment of the entire students, and probably your name going down as, again, a supporter of this initiative?
Fortunately or unfortunately, I was going for the SRC presidency, and then what it means is that I need the administrative authority to be able to achieve that. But nevertheless, if it happens that way, yes, I will still give it a try and then help the student. Thank you.
I excused you whilst you were reading, so I didn't get some portion of your manifesto, but I think I had a latter part, and my honorable man here also updated me briefly. For me, I'm just being objective here. Should students ask you why the 500 cedis? Because I know students who have been sacked out of lecture hall because of 100 cedis. Myself, I've been walked out on semester exams because of 9 Ghana cedis.
9 cedis?
Yes. But how are you going to communicate to students to understand why they need a laptop and must pay that money for that purpose? Is there any word for that?
If you look at the initiative, that was why we brought in the installment package. You pay 200 Ghana cedis first. You have the laptop. You have a full semester to pay 300 Ghana cedis. I think any student that is ready and willing to aid him or himself by herself will definitely go for this option. I believe it is a chance.
I want to know, in case there's 200 or 300 cedis left, it's not paid. What happens to the person? Does he keep the laptop or you take the laptop?
Yes, before even bringing out this project, I've already had discussion with the Director of Student Affairs, and then this is how we're going to have it done. We will liaise with the registry. what it means is that if you fail to pay the 300 balance after school, you will not have a certificate.
Samuel Kofi Yeboah. It is the surest sign of victory. I believe in the spirit of good leadership. Before I dilate on my manifesto, I'm going to make copies available to each and every person. So how are you can share them? Before I even go to the words of my manifesto, it is prudent that as a good leader, you have to sign social contract if you want them to repose confidence in you. And I have in my hands the social contract, such that if I don't perform or if I don't do as I say, I don't mind social contract. As I have walked every day on the corridors of AUCC, I have seen the pains, sacrifices, and I've heard the complaints of the students. The students who have to pay 100 Ghana cedi for late registration. The students who struggle before receiving information. The unbearable heat in our classrooms. Students who struggle before they receive first aid. Students who don't pay SRC dues because they are not motivated. The poor projector and microphones, as I speak to you, is even breaking. The non-residential nature of AUCC. It is for this reason that I am running for the presidency of AUCC SRC. So to bring confidence to these students. My vision for AUCC SRC is of an optimistic, self-confidence and prosperous SRC with strong and thriving democratic society in which mutual respect, trust and opportunity exist for all irrespective of session. I will be president for all, irrespective of level, tribe, gender or religion. I shall serve all students. I will champion your cause with the help of the Almighty God and the confidence you repose in me. I have an unshakable faith that with the help of God Almighty, the Bible dream will stand in my administration. Join me together as we build a council that has one voice and with one positive energy to magnify the council. This is my social contract. Madam Chairperson, all protocol duly observed. I deem it as a great privilege to be here this evening to deliver my manifesto to the entire students of AUCC. As I seek your mandate to lead the Student Representative Council for the next academic year, I will begin by congratulating the current SRC led by His Excellency Samuel for the good work they have done. According to Team Febo, leadership is service, not position. And this is what I have lived in when I entered AUCC in 2016. Madam Chairperson, I have served in many capacities with key organizations such as Health Aid and Congress, to mention but few. With the experience from my service with these various organs on campus, I am convinced that with the mandate and the help of the Almighty God, the Student Representative Council will witness the delivery of much needed facelift if I'm elected as the next SRC president. Madam Chairperson, knowing very well that at the end of it all, it is the inactivity of those who could do the job but did not, and not failures of those who could do the job but acted that remains in our minds. The students of AUCC, the many means that confounds them is what I want to achieve. In the words of Niccolo Machiavelli, when he said that when the willingness is great, the difficulties can never be great. As I stand here, the willingness is great, and no challenges, if we are coming with a collective voice, can be great. Madam Chairperson, when I'm elected as the SRC president,
I shall do what I call the AUCC SRC app. Information in AUCC has become a problem, such that students have to even beg before they receive information. This AUCC SRC app will be giving you notification of all programs that will be done. It will have a forum in there that you can engage the council. You don't have to climb 3-story buildings before you come and see the SRC president. Rest in the comfort of your home and you can ask questions. The AUCC SRC app shall have a market that students will sell, will upload whatever they sell on the market and integrate other schools such that you don't have to carry your bag or whatever you are selling to school. Anybody who wants to buy can buy in the comfort of their home. When you vote for me as the next SRC president, I shall launch what I call the AUCC SRC Welfare Fund. And this welfare fund will be named after the chief of Adabraka. With his power and influence, get companies in Adabraka to be depositing at least 500 cedis into their account so that needy but brilliant students can be helped with this money over time. When you vote for me as your next SRC president, I shall do what I call the NOSI, the Nurse on Call Initiative. The Nurse on Call Initiative is to get a nurse and put the nurse in the building down there, or any building administration will allow, so that the nurse can be seeking our first aid issues. But apart from that, the nurse will also train health aides in the school. There is a club called health aides, such that if the school team is going to play, the health aides will go with them, and when they hurt, somebody will cure the school team players. When you vote for me after next SRC president, I shall appoint what I call the weekend school coordinator. The weekend school have complained far too long, and I think that we cannot continue in that same way. Let's get a weekend school coordinator for them, so that if I'm not there on Saturday, at least power is reposed in somebody to act. Thank you. When you vote for me as a SRC president, AUCC is non-residential. Hence, you don't have anywhere to sit aside the classroom. I shall build what I call the loudest bench or the steady bench. If you vote for me as your SRC president, upon payment of your SRC dues, this is motivation. We call it commitment without what? But motivation. AUCC students upon paying their SRC dues will receive some souvenirs such as t-shirts, pen drive, among other things. When you vote for me as your next SRC president, I believe that everything that is not branded is not recognized. AUCC should be branded. Hence, I shall, with all the energies in me, do what I call the AUCC SRC club, such that you can represent your school even outside. When you vote for me as your next SRC president, I believe that the president shouldn't be the only person having centralized power. Let powers come to the class. Let powers come to the hall. Hence, in the budget, I'll make sure halls are factored in so that some resources will be given to these halls to operate. When you vote for me as your SRC president, it is important that with so much passing in Millennium descent, it is important that the students of AUCC are not punished twice. Yes. The terminal 3 that prevents you from entering is a punishment. That is enough. I think that the students of AUCC should be punished once. When you vote for me as a next SRC president, I will make sure that the 100 Ghana cedi penalty is scrapped. And it's pathetic that we come to the class and then projectors are beaming. I think that we should seek the welfare of the student and not continue the fanfare. Now, before I end, I want to say what Thomas Sankara said. My administration, when you vote for me, is not going to be a public speaking tournament. Neither is it going to be a battle of fine phrases. It is going to be a collective effort of students coming together in one accord and with one confidence to qualify the AUCC SRC. In the words of Pichini Karishaka Assembly, he said that when you give the keyboard to one who knows how to play, he knows when to press the white key, he knows when to press the black one, and he knows when to press simultaneously to produce harmonious sound. Now listen to what if you give it to the one who does not know how to play. It is only the cacophony. It is only the cacophony of noise you hear. AUCC students do not have to hear harmonious sound. Once again, I am Samuel Kofi Yeboah, the former deputy speaker of AUCC SRC, the award winner of most controversial fundraising.
Let's have some sanity, please. Okay. So let's open the floor for the students to ask their questions. So questions, please.
Mr. Sami, in your presentation, you did talk about Lover's Bench. Please, where exactly are you going to place the Lover's Bench? Project I want coming on. Where and how are you going to do place the Lover's Bench? Thank you. Yes, as to session for a paragraph for students, or let's say an SRC president. And the one the thing that we should look at for is someone with caring. Samuel, I want to know, or I want you to tell me, is it true that really you have assisted some of the students in terms of paying of their fees? Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question, Abel. If your Congress rep will update you, the Lovers Bench was started by His Excellency Samuel Kofi, and then all contracts including it are there. It's even with Congress. And the Lovers Bench will be done at the back. You realize that where the Jinsa mosque is, from where the Jinsa mosque is down there, there's a space there. So we can do the Lovers Bench. Was that if I pay school fees for some people, I believe that as a father, as somebody who wants to lead, I will not stand here to say I've paid for everybody. The most important thing is they are here and they've gone to the thing and they are listening. Please, can you settle down? Let's get this thing done. We thank each other and we get out of here to our various classrooms. Thank you.
It looks as if the hall is kind of empty. And it's like favorites who have presented their manifestos, their supporters are not able to sit down and listen to their parents present. We are in a democratic state and everything should be democratized. But you are closing, when you were wrapping up, the song you came out with. In fact, this evening it has confirmed the position in my heart. Hold on. It has confirmed the position in my heart come 2020. In fact, I thank you for that music. So many cogent issues that seeks to ameliorate the challenges students confront on campus. especially with respect to the penalty that has always been imposed on students. It poses academic risk on students, and many times it impedes upon their progress on campus. How are you going to realize that promise of ensuring that that particular penalty is expelled from our fee paying? And secondly, you talked about coordination, weekend coordinator of the weekend school. Are you to circumvent the laws of the SRC by creating another portfolio that would create a financial burden on the SRC student, or how are you going to do that?
Once a president, always a president. I don't know why you were happy with the song, and I don't know what it has confirmed. I hope that what is confirming, you don't like that 2020.
Yeah, good.
You are asking that how am I going to make sure that the penalty is not deducted from our fees? You realize that if you pay your fees 60% of what you are required to pay before we can even use such a thing, the penalty will not be deducted. But it's after the 60% if you don't pay. Let us understand this clear without any shred of ambiguity. That we are the primary stakeholders of this school. They built the school for a student. And I think that it is important that if students are not able to come to class, what to do administration gain? If they come to class and meet empty boxes just because of 100 Ghana cedis. You know that the banks in Spain, the Sandanistas, they were all negotiated. When you have good negotiation skills, and then you sit with administration, they will understand that it is because of these students they are here. They cannot teach empty boxes. So when you negotiate properly, I want to believe that they will understand this crap. You also ask that with regards to the evening school coordinator, weekend school coordinator, and then you ask that is it not going to impose any financial burden and then constitutional. As I speak to you, Mr. Abdel Hassani, we have the chair, Madam Chairperson. We have the Constitutional Review Committee that is reviewing the AUCC SRC Constitution. The SRC president, over the years since I came, have always been in the evening school, and then may not be able to get the time to come over the weekend. Have you asked yourself, if something happens over the weekend, who is to take charge? That is why I use the word coordinator, not a president. So we are going to have a centralized president, and a coordinator is only reporting and informing the president if the president is even not around. So I don't believe that it is going to circumvent the constitution in any way. The laws are made for the people, and the people decide what they want to put in the law. Thank you.
Barrister. In fact, with the issue of the weekend coordinator, I am still looking forward, as a former president, to see the link between the SRC and how that coordinator, if you are an SRC president who is deemed to serve the interest of the student, it is a sacrificial and a voluntary role that you have decided to take up. For that matter, you need at all times to serve the interest of the student. Even in your manifesto, you indicated it, regardless of your section.
Yes.
So where comes the position of the coordinator? At all times, you are expected to be there. That is what it is indicated.
Yes. The position that it doesn't change anything in appointing a coordinator. I said that I'm going to serve irrespective of your session, knowing in mind that this is what I can do. It is important that we make the weekend school have a feel of what is happening. When you were the SRC president in 2016, I was here. The weekend school had complained. When Nanaya Amafu became the SRC president, I was here. They had complained. When Samuel Kofi is the president, they are still complaining. So when you say that because we have made laws and people make laws, we shouldn't change it. I think that the coordinator will not take anything from the president. He's only assisting to make sure that all levels are ahead. And I still maintain that position that it will not change anything.
That was a very high-spirited manifesto. You also were able to touch on the very basic issues that affect students. This is exactly what I think. This is exactly what I think goes to the core of addressing the numerous problems that challenge students. I'm not trying to take stands, but I'm trying to also contribute, because as you are aspiring to lead, and we have led before, we have some experience. And I want to just add and support, give another information that conventions are welcome as far as it doesn't dent the image of the institution. You want to achieve any objective that will promote the welfare of the institutions, you can create conventions. And the weekend coordinator it's a creative and innovative convention.
Thank you.
I was a weekend student and I was elected president, right? I didn't need a weekend to tell me, so I was there.
Thank you.
But in an event where the president, the CEO of the organization, he wants to have a direct communication, direct information, unbiased, very direct. The Constitution gives you the opportunity to be able to create that. And so I think it is an idea that Congress should even make sure or look at it in terms of institutional